From our studios in Kokomo, Indiana, welcome to the music scene. With your host, Jacob Pyle. Along with this week's special guests, Nadia Harvey, Kate Riedy, and Jon Watkins. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Pyle.
Thank you, Butch McCain. Alright. Welcome to the music scene. My name is Jacob Pyle. Each week on the music scene, we will feature 3 special guests, plus a little later in the show, I will be performing a song as well, in addition to this week's music scene producer's pick. And I'll tell you more about the music scene producer's pick when we get to that portion of the show. Also, before we proceed, I kind of want to bring everybody up to speed as far as what's going on. As most of you heard on the news, Paul Wyman, who, as some of you probably don't know, is the Howard County Commissioner, and he announced Thursday that we are now under the Orange Travel Advisory until May the 4th. It was supposed to have expired on April the 20th, this past, tomorrow actually, but they extended it to May the 4th. So, what does that have to do with the music scene? Well, I was hoping to announce plans for moving our music scene set over to an outdoorsy type set, like Foster Park, or even doing it at the 4-H Fairgrounds in Greentown or someplace like that. That has been postponed. I also announced in the past week on Facebook that we were supposed to have a co-host for this week, but due to some unfortunate last-minute stuff, that has been postponed as well. So, all I have to say for the time being is stay tuned. In the meantime, let's bring out our first guest for this week. Alright. The one thing I like best about hosting and producing the music scene is the fact that we get to feature unheard artists, especially ones that are just starting out, as is the case with our first guest. Would you please help me in welcoming to the music scene Jon Watkins? Jon, welcome to the music scene. Go ahead and tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, I am a 39-year-old single father who picked up guitar when I started college and kind of just started messing around. And then about 15 years ago, a buddy of mine was playing shows, and he got me up, started playing with him a little bit, and that's the music side of it. Otherwise, I'm just, like I said, the only thing interesting about me is that I'm a dad, and he makes me happy every day. So,
how did you get started in singing and performing?
Well, like I said, I picked up the guitar, and I would sing to myself and was always too shy to get out there and do it in front of people. Always wanted to, that whole thing, you think you're not good enough at it. And then, like I said, we went out and saw this guy start playing around here near where I live, and we'd ask him to play the same song over and over again. And looking back, I know what he was doing. He said, "I can't figure it out. Why don't you get up and play it?" I was like, well, I've got to get over that fear real fast. And got up and started playing, and he said, "Why don't you come open for me for a couple shows, and just 3 or 4 songs?" And so I started doing that, and it was fun when you get once that initial shyness wears off on stage, just like any other thing. You're used to it and you enjoy it.
All right, now, what do you like best about singing?
What do I like best about singing? Well, there's a few things. First, it's kind of cathartic to me, to get emotions out. Especially when it comes to writing, you can put something into a song that you just don't hear anybody else singing about sometimes. Another one is I like that I can hear a song on the radio and I can sit down and play it whenever I want to. I don't have to wait for it to come back on. That's back before, all these music streaming sites and everything, obviously. You put your own spin on something, and, it's just a nice, easy way to connect with people. And especially once you get playing on stage and people learn some of your music and they start singing your words back to you, there's just no other feeling than that.
What would be your advice to anybody that would be interested in becoming a singer?
Advice to somebody going out to be a singer is just, go take that first step. Just go do it. Go sing, do karaoke, go sing in front of your family, go sing an open mic night. Just go, because my cousin is kind of shy like I was when he first started, or when I first started, and I tell him, what's the worst that's going to happen? People aren't going to like you. You're never going to see them again. Move on about your day, and it's, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, people can feel that, and people can sense that. So just take that first step. Get out there and perform. And like I said, anybody that wants to listen to you.
Well, anyway, Jon, I see you got your guitar with you. You got a song for us?
I do. Actually, I have a song. It's one of my favorites that I wrote years ago. I was going through a little writer's block, and I was just sitting on my bed and trying to come up with this and that, and couldn't come up with anything. And I looked at this poster on my wall of, I won't say who it was because I don't want to have any kind of issue with rights or anything, but she was wearing a tank top, and I just thought, that little black spaghetti strap, I got to go with that. And so it's a song called When I Close My Eyes.
All right, well, here to sing it for us is our special guest, Jon Watkins. Take it away.
All right. That little black spaghetti strap shows off your earrings as they dance against your neck with your hair pulled back. You just laugh as you look at me with that little gleam. That's what I see when I close my eyes. You run your hands along your blue jean pants, hook your thumbs through the belt loops, say, I know what that does to you. Flash your rings, show your fingers, say, this one's empty, it's waiting on me. It's what I see when I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, I see you. When I close my eyes, I see you. I see you. I see you. And watch you dance, you silly dance. Brush the hair from your forehead and come lay with me in our bed. You lay your head on my chest, say this feels right as I hold you tight. That's what I see when I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, I see you. When I close my eyes, I see you. Oh, that little smile so innocent, those pretty eyes almost heaven sent, that good, good love all for me, yeah. I close my eyes, I see you. When I close my eyes, I see you. I see you. I see you.
Good job. All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Now,
Appreciate it.
Now, before we go, where can we listen to your music at? And do you have anything upcoming that you want to promote for us?
Well, I don't have any upcoming shows right now, obviously, with everything going on. I do have, if you go to Spotify, I've got something that'll be out there in the next week called Lakeside Sessions. It'll have that on there and a couple other songs I've done. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff at WatJohnny, WatJonny, and just I like to spread positivity everywhere I go. So, anybody listening, just get out there and do it. Enjoy yourself and be happy. Do whatever makes you happy. So, enjoy yourself and stay healthy, stay safe.
All right. Thank you, Jon Watkins. You get YouTube. Bye-bye. All right. And now it's time for this week's Music Scene Quickie. And he here to do a cover version of Adele's Someone Like You is our special guest, Nadia Harvey.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. I guess she gave you things I couldn't give to you. Old friend, why you so shy? It ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over yet. But never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Just don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said that sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. I said, never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Just don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said that sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. So I'll say, never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said that sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Good job, Nadia Harvey. Before I do my song here, I want to tell you this quick story about how I decided to start up this show, The Music Scene. The planning portion of this whole show has been in the works since I'd say about February, long before this whole coronavirus pandemic started. I got laid off from my regular job about a month ago, and that kind of put things to a halt as far as producing budgets are concerned, so I was originally going to hold off on producing the show for about a month once all this was behind, but then it got into where it would get extended another 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks, and then I thought, and then out of the blue one day I was seeing people making karaoke videos on Facebook, and I thought, man, that is so inspiring. So, after making a few changes and things of that sort, I resumed production of The Music Scene, and here we are. Anyway, I say all that to say that this whole thing has united us together as a group. There's a song by a group called The Brotherhood of Man called United We Stand, and this song, I think, is the most fitting song ever, and I hope you like it. There's nothing in the world that I would rather see than your smile, my friend. Where freedom could not find an enemy and peace would never end. For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our backs should ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our backs should ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. And if the world around you falls apart today, then I'll still be here. And if the going gets too hard along the way, just to call and I'll hear. For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our backs should ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our backs should ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our back should ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. Alright. Woo! Thank you very much. Alright. Our next guest is an actor, singer, and music teacher. She can sing anything from Broadway to opera. As a matter of fact, we have a clip of her doing a rather unique operatic number for us. Roll the clip.
are times I feel so afraid I can hardly remember to breathe. When reality crashes in wave after wave, pulling me further beneath. So what's the point in planning for a future when it all can be stolen away? It's all I can do to hold on and survive when the colors have faded gray. But my children need so much more from me, and they give me the strength to go on, not afraid anymore. All that matters now is where I go from here. There's an easier way if I live for today. The beating in my heart is all that matters. He makes sense of all of my chaos in ways I could never explain. He turns all of my sadness into a smile. He's helping me live life again. It's the light in the eyes of my children. It's the sound of their laughter once more. It's the glimpse of a life I dared only to dream, and a dream only life can restore. And I know that some may not understand that He's guiding me safely to shore. Not afraid anymore. All that matters now is where I go from here. There's an easier way if I live for today. The beating in my heart is all that matters. He takes me far away. There's an easier way if I live for today. The singing in my heart is all that matters.
All right. Would you please welcome to the music scene Kate Riedy? Kate, welcome to the music scene. Go ahead and tell us a little something about yourself.
Let's see. Right now I'm a theater teacher to elementary and middle school students. But my majors are in performance, from opera performance, but also musical theater performance as well. So now I just sing and perform at night, and then during the day, I teach my students.
Wow, that sounds like fun. Do you have a lot of fun teaching your students, that kind of stuff?
Oh yes, absolutely. I actually, when I was little, thought I would never be a teacher, but in college I was looking for a second major to go with my musical theater degree, and my parents suggested teaching. So I thought, oh, I'd never really wanted to try that, but I did it, and I took a couple classes, and I just fell in love with it. I really love teaching youngsters. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds good. So what got you into singing and performing?
Well, actually, that's all my mom's fault and her mother's fault. My grandmother used to sing opera on the radio up in New York, and then she decided to run a small community theater up in New York, and my mom fell in love with theater because of it. And for me, it's all about the storytelling, and I bring that into singing as well as theater, but it's all about getting a chance to tell a story, whether it's your own story or it's someone else's story, but it's just that sharing with other people that I enjoy.
Now, what do you like best about performing?
I like the expression of it. For me, it's adrenaline. So instead of going and hiking or jumping off of cliffs that other people do, for me, the adrenaline is found in the performance of it. And it's just a chance to express yourself and express this other person and this other character. for me. That's what I always get on my students about when they start singing in our lessons and they are completely just no emotion whatsoever. And I say, you have to express something. You have to really bring the character to life that way. So that's what I enjoy.
What would be your advice to young performers or singers that would be interested in singing or performing?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Advice that I would give would be to take ownership of your performance, whether it's singing or acting or even art or whatever you're interested in. Take ownership in it. Don't just sign up for a lesson and have someone else tell you what to do. You have to go out there and figure it out yourself. I've taught myself how to sing, how to play mandolin and guitar and piano and all of those things, and I'm a better performer because of it, because I went out and I took ownership of my art, my voice, and I went out and I researched and I found things myself. So that's always my advice. Even my students, I tell them, I am just here to give you advice. I am here to make sure that you're singing properly and not harming your voice or anything like that. But it all is up to you ultimately. You are the one who has to create your voice, who has to decide what kind of art you want to create.
Now, you got a song for us, don't you?
This one is from the new Broadway musical of Beauty and the Beast. This is one of my favorite songs that they added into it, because every time Disney makes a Broadway musical, they have to write additional songs to go with it. And so this is one of my favorite ones that Belle sings. So if you are ready, I will go ahead and get started.
All right.
Is this home? Is this where I should learn to be happy? Never dreamed that a home could be dark and cold. I was told every day of my childhood, even when we grow old, home should be where the heart is. Never were words more true. My heart's far, far away. Home is too. Is this home? Is this what I must learn to believe in? Try to find something good in this tragic place, just in case I should stay here forever, trapped in this empty space. Oh, but that won't be easy. I know the reason why. My heart's far, far away, home's alike. What I give to return to that life that I knew lately, and to think I complained of that old provincial town. Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. No, but then, as my life has been altered once, it can change again. Build higher walls around me, change every lock and key. Nothing lasts. Nothing holds all of me. My heart's far, far away, home and
Kate Riedy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, and have a good day. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, and if you want to be a guest on the show, just like Kate was, here's our good friend Butch McCain to tell you how you can do it. Butch.
Thank you, Jacob. If you want to be a guest on the music scene, send an email to Jacob Pyle at jtpile1@aol.com. Or if you prefer snail mail, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope and a video of you doing your song to the music scene. Care of Jacob Pyle Productions, 2241 West Jefferson Street, Apartment A213, Kokomo, Indiana, 46901. There will be a $5 shipping fee if you want your videos returned. Back to you, Jacob.
Thank you, Butch. And now it's time for a new segment on our show entitled The Music Scene Producer's Pick, where each week we will re-show a song which I feel is the best song of the week, and we will re-show that one the following week. Now, before I announce who the Music Scene Producer's Pick is for this week, here are the artists that appeared on last week's show in alphabetical order. Andre, Culture Overcloud. Michael Jarmus Sr., Have I Told You Lately That I Loved You? And Isabel Gray, Spotlight. You ready? Okay. This week's Music Scene Producer's Pick is Michael Jarman Sr., Have I Told You Lately That I Loved You?
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away all of my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. For the morning sun and all its glory, grace today with hope and comfort too. You fill my heart with laughter, take away and make it better, ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and mine like the sun. And at the end of the day, you should give thanks and pray to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Yeah. You fill my heart with gladness, take away all of my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh yeah. And at the end of the day, you should give thanks and pray to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Yeah. You fill my heart with gladness, take away all of my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. You fill my heart with gladness, take away all of my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do.
That was Michael Jarman Sr. with Have I Told You Lately That I Loved You. Unfortunately, we are running short on time, so I'm afraid that's going to do it for us this week. But before we leave, I would like to thank all our special guests for joining us this week. Nadia Harvey, Kate Riedy, Jon Watkins, and the fabulously talented voice of Butch McCain. Please, 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 make sure you are washing your hands, and don't touch your face, and stay home whenever possible. Oh, and stay 6 feet away from each other if you're out in public. Because I would love to see you guys next time, where we'll have some more guests and some more surprises. I hope to see you guys then. And with that, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacob Pyle. Until next time, always remember to keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. Goodbye, everybody.
For the music scene, I'm Butch McCain.